This is the cultural consequences of connectivity. So the first major consequence would be a religious consequence, and with this came merchants trading on many trade routes. New religions were introduced along those trade routes. One of two things occurred when this happened. Either the new religion took hold of the new location and served as a way to unify the people under one belief, or syncretized with the existing religion of the land. An example of this syncretism would be Buddhist beliefs syncretizing with Taoist beliefs to create a new religion called Zen Buddhism. With this came Muslim voyage that led to the birth of a new language. During the time of 1200 to 1450, Muslim merchants showed up on the shores of East Africa along the Indian Ocean trade route. With this arrival, the merchants preached about Allah and Prophet Muhammad. A major outcome of this sharing was the birth of a new language called Swahili. This is the outcome of Arabic-speaking Muslim merchants preaching and the acceptance of this religion by the Bantu-speaking people, thus birthing a new dialect that is the mix of Bantu language and Arabic. With this also came scientific and technological advances. With the introduction of medical advances, places such as Cairo, Egypt, led to improved care in hospitals. Also, doctors took standardized tests in their specific professions to gain medical licenses. Technological advances played a huge role in improved life as well. It was during this time that the lateen sail was invented, allowing sailors to tap into the motion of the wind, therefore to maneuver their ships. Also at this time, the stern post rudder was invented to give ships a much more precision turn. Lastly, the invention of the compass and the astrolabe helped sailors to navigate without relying on the stars. This would be an example of a stern post rudder, a lateen sail, and a compass for navigation. With this also came the growth of new cities. With merchants arriving in new places, populations grew. An example of this would be Hangzhou, China. In Hangzhou, the increase in trade led to increasing urbanization. It was at this time the city became a booming metropolitan area, hosting a population of 1 million people. The consequence of this was the rise of art. Art such as poetry and literature quickly gained popularity amongst the people. With cultural consequences came travelers, and two of the most important were Marco Polo and Ibn Battuta. In 13th century, Marco Polo left his home of Venice and arrived in the territory of Kublai Khan, who was the grandson of Genghis Khan, and began telling his stories of travel. Ibn Battuta made a mission to travel all around Dar al-Islam. He made a pilgrimage to Mecca and then to Persia and East Africa and kept a detailed journal of his findings.